Good morning, everybody. Glad to have you here today. If you will, like, share, comment on the post, and then you can follow along if you like in the 24th chapter of the book of Acts, beginning in verse 22. And we're about to learn a little bit more about this man named Felix, and it's not a very flattering view that we are given. Verse 22 says, "But Felix, having a rather accurate knowledge of the way, put them off, saying, When Lysias the tribune comes down, I will decide your case. Then he gave orders to the centurion that he should be kept in custody, but have some liberty, and that none of his friends should be prevented from attending to his needs." What we have in Felix is, unfortunately, something that is all too often is too common. It happens too often. Felix is a man, and we're going to see this story develop and this side of Felix develop as we continue in the story. But Felix is a man who knows what he ought to do and doesn't have the courage, the willpower, to do the right thing. Instead, he covers himself, tries to get what he wants out of the story, and that's a sad thing. Again, look what it says here. Again, it says Felix has a rather accurate knowledge of the way, and we have talked about that previously. The way is what Christianity was often called in that time, was called the way. But even though he had that rather accurate knowledge, he put them off and says, we're going to wait on the tribune or the leader, the commander to come and hear what he has to say and decide your case. And it's obvious, we can see by how he treats Paul the prisoner that he knows better. He says, we're going to keep him in custody, but give him some liberty. Allow his friends to come in and bring him food. Take care of whatever he needs. Again, a sad sad revelation about Felix, and that he knows so much about Christianity. It appears that he has some understanding of righteousness, and knows that what Paul was saying that he was telling the truth about his side of the story, but yet he still refuses to do the right thing. He knows that Paul should not be in custody. He knows that he should be allowed to go free. And again, we can suppose from now on why he was this way. Again, maybe he, a lot of it would have been that he didn't want to upset the Jews too much. Again, he didn't want them starting a rebellion, or that this story get brought up to Caesar. They didn't want it to go all the way to Rome, and so he wants to try to figure out a way to take care of the Paul situation without upsetting the Jews too much. Felix is pretty new in the job. We've already talked about that previously, and just a little bit of a rookie, and didn't really know how he should do. He didn't want to get everybody upset at him on the first in the first week at work. Maybe part of it was he was a coward. Maybe that was the problem. He just didn't have the spine to do the right thing. And then another reason was Felix hoping that somebody would pay him off, would bribe him to take their side. And I would say there's a really good chance that wasn't any one of those things, but it was a combination of all four. He didn't want to upset the Jews. He didn't want the bad news to get news back to Rome, to Caesar, about everything that had went on, and that he wasn't far in the job, and there was already a problem. He was just a coward. And then again, a big piece of it would have been he was no doubt hoping that somebody somewhere would come along and pay him off. I want to leave you with this question today. As you think about that story, what keeps you from doing the right thing? What is it that keeps you from doing the right thing? All of us find ourselves in a position like that some point in our life, where we're forced to make a decision. Will I go with my coworkers to this bar, strip club? I found a missing link in my company's accounting system. Will I exploit it for my own good? If I do this, nobody will know. Those kinds of things. We have all kinds of situations like that come up in a day's time. Will you do the right thing? That's the question for us today. If you're watching this on time at 7 in the morning, you got a long day ahead of you. And probably going to be several opportunities. The cashier is going to hand you back too much change. So the store clerk's going to make a mistake. Something. What are you going to do? Are you going to do the right thing? Or are you a coward? Or are you hoping to make a profit off of it? We all know the reasons why we sometimes don't do the right thing. Let's find a reason today to do the right thing, to be the person, the believer that God has called us to be, to exercise the character, to have the testimony that God desires from us. What will it take today to get you to do the wrong thing? And what will it take to get you to do the right thing? Think about it as you go out today. Do the right thing. All right, have a great day. We'll see you here tomorrow morning.